Hey guys, it is me, Simone, and in this video we're going to continue with it's the 6th week of the Happy Meal collaboration hosted by Mandy. I'm excited. I have so many things I want to do. I've been showing my mom some of the projects I've been making, and she's like, oh wow, you're going all out for this. And I'm like, pulling out the big guns. As I before, you really want to give all you can when you're swapping with somebody else. Make a good impression. Alright, so today in this video we're going to make an embellishment dresser. I got this idea off of one, seeing they have some dressers at Dollar Tree, and two, kind of with the embellishment box hype. So this is the embellishment dresser we're going to be making in the video. So mine's kind of big. You can make it smaller than this, whatever you want. Mine's height is about, I made measurements for you guys. 1 1/4. Wait, hold on. Sorry. So it's 1 1/4 wide by 6 inches tall. So it's almost like a 4 by 6 photo. That's how big it is. I didn't want to make it too big. I already have a bunch of bulky things going in my box. So join the club, bulkiness. You can't stop when you first start. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to go over it more at the end of the video and show you what's going to be inside of it. But we're going to go through how to make this and show you how I decorated it. So first thing, we're going to go over everything you need. You're going to need a pattern. Now I'm going to give you my pattern that I use. You might want to make sure that when you make your pattern, if you copy my exact pattern, okay, just make sure you do some dry fitting before you glue everything together, to make sure everything is good and dory, so you don't have any mistakes and you don't have to rip your drawers apart and re-glue them because they were too big, anything like that. Just saying. So that's what you're going to need to make your dresser. You're going to need the backing of it, which is going to be 4 1/4 by 6 inches, and this is the back. Your side piece will be 2 1/2 by 6, or you can do as deep as you want to. This is going to be the depth basically of your drawers, but you can do them deeper, you can make it shorter, whatever you want to do. And then for the top and the bottom of the dresser, of the dresser, top and the bottom, that's going to be 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, for your one thing I don't have here is the measurements for the divider that's inside of the of your thing. So I can pull these out real quick gently. So this divider here, I didn't give you measurements, but it's basically the same measurements as your bottom. You just need to take off like a 1/2 inch. So instead for you doing a 1 1/4 by 2 1/2, you would do 1 1/4 by 2 inches, and that would be your divider. So because it shouldn't be too wide, it should be a little bit recessed. Or you can just do some strips of cardboard and put them in there too as a divider for your thing to rest on. It's up to you. Okay, I'll keep one of these out for showing you. So good thing. Next thing you're gonna need is your dresser drawers. So for the bottom of your drawer, mine measures 4 1/4 by 2 3/8. The side of the dresser is 2 1/2 by 2 7/8, and the front of the dresser is a little bit wider, but you can change it to how you want to, and that is 2 7/8 by 4 1/4 or 1/4. I'm not keep stopping over, so I'll go over real quick, real simple, just so you won't take notes. So the backing of the dresser is 4 1/4 by 6 inches. So 4 1/4. The side piece of the dresser is 2 1/2 inches by 6 inches. And the top and bottom of the dresser are 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay? And then if you do a divider to divide the two drawers, that should be 4 1/4 by 2 inches for your divider that's going to be inside. for the dressers themselves, the side piece will be 2 1/2 by 2 7/8. The bottom of the dresser, the bottom of the drawer, will be 4 1/4 by 2 3/8. And then the front of your dresser drawer will be 2 7/8 by 4 1/4, or however you want to go. So, or basically it would be like 4 1/4 by 2 7/8, whatever. So that's basically it. When I do make my dressers, I do cut this side down in a triangle because I feel it fits better in the thing, but you can do whatever you want with that. So you can see on my books, it's a triangle. Okay. Alright. Just wait to show you. But you can do a box. It just... Sorry, things are knocking over. I feel it fit better. Okay, after we got our measurements now, let's go over the materials you're going to use. I wanted to give you guys measurements so you knew exactly how big mine's is if you want to copy it. I like to hot glue bits and pieces. Okay, first thing you're going to need is either some cardboard, cereal box board, chipboard, mat board, whatever you have. I get mat board sometimes for from my local stores, my local like framing and matting stores. They'll have scrap mat paper, and I'll just take it from them, you know. So like my base is mat board, and then the drawers are cereal board, or it's called paper board. But you can do whatever you want, whatever material you have on hand. You can get some cardboard from the local recycling bin or something, or a package you got in the mail, and then you can use this to make a drawer. So it's whatever you want. It's up to you. After that, you're going to need some pattern paper to decorate your dressers and drawers. I use this for the outside of my dresser, the spike pattern, and then for the blue stripe pattern you see on the dressers. The inside pattern is just some scrap paper that I bought from Hobby Lobby. So this paper is inside, so you can kind of play with it and see what you guys want to do. Papers you have, can play and match. So there's some paper I get like during the Hobby Lobby 50% off. So there. After that, I used some scoring tool, scoring board, and my trimmer. It's really loud, and you can use a bone folder to help you fold the paper over the box. After that, I used some glue. I use different kinds of glue. I went back and forth, so I used tacky glue, hot glue, and some Elmer's glue that I watered down. So that's kind of all the glues I used on this book. But you can do whatever you want. You can use tape adhesive. I just didn't. I think I wanted more time to position my paper over the things, so I didn't use that. And the last thing you're going to need for this is some embellishments to put on the box. So whatever you use. I got handmade embellishments here. I got the scraps paper. I have flowers here, chipboard embellishments, like whatever you want to use on your dresser to decorate it. You can. I use some, what's it called? Ribbon from, this is like the Maggie Holmes one. Ribbon from Hobby Lobby. Just have fun with it. And then of course you need some embellishments to put in your embellishment dresser, which we'll get into later on. But I've had like cute trim. This is from AliExpress, whatever you want. Okay, that's it. So let's get into part of making this book. Alright guys, let's get started. Right now I'm going to trace out the dresser on the piece of paper so I know what size to cut it to. I really wanted it to be one continuous piece of paper that I cut, and I didn't want to have any overlap or have to cut different pieces. So I'm going to trace it off and then make little tabs to connect each of the sides. After I do all of that, I'm going to score it using my Cricut trimmer that I added a scoring attachment to. And I'm going to use Elmer's glue to attach it. I didn't use a lot of tape adhesive or double-sided tape because I want to have some extra playing room, and wet glue is really forgiving a lot of times to help you play and position it correctly before you attach it. And I really wanted a very strong bond too. And sometimes double-sided adhesive doesn't give me what I want exactly. And I like that this can actually dry. After I do that, I'm going to start working on the dressers drawer. I'm going to glue them together. I cut the side pieces of the drawer in a triangle because it fits better, but you can do whatever you want. You can just make it a little bit smaller. It's really up to you. After I do that, I'm going to cut out the paper for the back. I'm using a paper pad from Hobby Lobby. I think I showed that in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna use a lot of wet glue in this, and I'm using tacky glue. I think I use like 3 or 4 different glues in here: hot glue, tacky glue, and I think I use a little bit of fabric tack in here sometimes. Just the strongest bonds I can get. Just kind of playing with it. At first, I was like tracing all the templates out on the paper and then cutting it off, but I realized it was taking way too long, and so I ended up just kind of guesstimating. Now I'm gonna use this paper to go on the inside. I've really liked it and really wanted to use it. So it's gonna go on the inside of the front of the drawers. And I'm gonna use some Elmer's glue to glue that down. After I do that, I'm gonna start covering all the other pieces of the dresser. So I'm covering the sides. I'm gonna start covering the bottom parts. And after that, I kind of skipped it because I think you get a gist of how it was gonna go. And now I'm going to start gluing them together. I ended up doing this kind of differently. So I use hot glue to attach it because it's just more instant, but you can use whatever glue you want. What I normally do is I put glue on the bottom of the dresser and then I scoot the top of it on so it's lined up pretty perfectly. I am going to have to start over because when I was tracing my measurements on the book, on the paperboard that I use, the cereal boxes, I ended up making the pattern a little too big, and so it's going to be like a smidget too big to fit in. So I'm going to actually have to rip everything apart and start over. So you're going to see me try to put them in and they don't fit eventually. It was a little bit annoying, and I was totally over it because I had hot glue spilling everywhere and ripping up my paper, and I really didn't want to have to recover them. So you see me having issues with both of the dressers, them not wanting to fit. So I ripped everything apart, started over, and I'm going to start to add trim to it, the actual dresser, to add a nice cute touch to it and to kind of cover up where the paper may have not met, the box correctly. You can hide the mistakes with some cute trim. And this trim is from, I think it's from Michaels. I like it because it has like little cute little pom-poms almost like on it. After I do that, I'm going to make sure they all fit in the dresser, and I'm going to start working on decorating the top dresser. I'm using this acetate piece after I look at some other pieces and pull out this trim from AliExpress. I just love this trim. I need to get more. It's really similar to the one people kept finding at Hobby Lobby and Maggie Holmes, but this was really cheap. I got a lot of it, so I'm excited and I really love it. I need to get more in different colors too. So I glue on the trim and I'm going through and finding other embellishments I want to add. I'm going through some of the homemade embellishments I've made and chipboard pieces. I'm getting some chipboard pieces from Michaels and other things, but end up having, I like the swan, but the swan that I picked out was messed up, so I'm going to have to get a new one. After I'm seeing how I want to like it, swan up, and then I want to get some flowers, and these flowers are from Maggie Holmes, like a little flower die cut pack I got. So I like how it looks, and I'm going to glue it on.
I'm like propping it up so you guys see it as best as can. After I do all that, I'm going to move on to the other dresser. And since I am doing a lot of layering, I'm only doing like certain parts of the elements down so I can tuck things behind them and other thing, and really play with it more even though it's glued down. I end up not really liking the leaf on there, so I'm going to take the leaf off and omit it. And I'm going to add these enamel dots. And that's something that I'm going to kind of keep throughout. Now I'm like messing with my Fat Protect because it wasn't open. So I'm going to have to pry off the little piece that keeps it from like spilling out. But I end up like saying that's too much. So I end up just using tacky glue instead. So I'm glue that down. And my enamel dots are going to be in both dressers to kind of have some cohesion besides the colors. And this one I want to keep pretty simple. I really wanted to use a ribbon that was from Maggie Holmes from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm going to do that in like a banner shape. Add that. I'm going to add another one of the chipboard pieces from I think it's a Michael's paper pad. It's a stereo. And then I'm going to add some pieces from the Dear Lizzie. I'm going to use an ampersand and like a vellum flower and some gold glitter leaves, and then the enamel dots that are like deep blue. I'm actually looking at the box right now to help me. Doing all this, I realized that there was a crinkle on the right side of this dresser drawer that happened when I ripped it apart. So eventually I'm going to go off the camera and add a little banner over it to kind of hide it. And after I do that, I'll do some other things off camera, like add some ribbon inside the drawers to hide where I cut things off to help them fit better. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you liked the video, and let's get down to how I package everything.
Alright guys, I'm back and we finished making this embellishment dresser. I thought it'd be a cool idea to make an embellishment dresser. I was going to show you another way that will be very similar to the plastic embellishment containers everybody uses that you get from Dollar Tree, but I was running out of time and I just didn't feel like doing it. I might post a picture on my Instagram or something of it later on, but I really want to get this out and show you guys what I did. So you guys saw me decorating it. I'm just going to do a quick zoom in of everything. So I have these chipboard pieces are from Michael's, and they are from the new collection. I forgot the name of the collection. These flowers are all from Maggie Holmes. The leaves are from Maggie Holmes. This is AliExpress. This is Dear Lizzie, I think, and I think this outfit is from Pink Paisley, a collection, and then this ribbon is Maggie Holmes from Hobby Lobby, and then these enamel dots are from the Paper Studios from Hobby Lobby. A lot of this is Hobby Lobby. And then I have this paper pad here. I showed you that in the beginning of the video that I used. That is from Hobby Lobby. And I have some trimmer ribbon. This is from Michael's. And then some thicker foam stickers. And these are just hearts that are placed everywhere. Okay, so it's kind of rambling. And I have this little die cut banner here. Okay, I told you guys, I think I did a voiceover. I might tell you that I messed up and accidentally cut the pockets of the dresser drawers too wide. So I had to end up ripping everything apart and gluing it back together. So I had some frustrations, and this piece of paper, paperboard ended up bending, and I couldn't get it to flatten out, so I just added this to kind of hide that. It was kind of bugging me. I'm not a perfectionist, but I wanted to fix that. So I'm going to show you the things that I've put in here. I just kind of craft them and place them in a gently, but you can put dividers in your dressers if you want to, your dresser drawers. So let me go through everything I have here. So first thing I have, I'm not going to show you tutorials for this. I'm kind of explaining what I did, because there's like so many tutorials out there. Alright, so I made these. These are just paper clips. These are clothespins that I put very chunky. This is a heart glitter. You guys won't be able to see it, but it's just very tiny hearts. I thought I had some near me. I do. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, so I can get some of my fingers. See that? Those, I got those from AliExpress. If you want me to, like, comment below and I'll give you guys a link to it. if you're interested in those, but I just glued them on here with some Elmer's glue and then used some of my stickers. These are like some Dollar Tree stickers. This says be creative, and then I have this one that says so fancy. It's kind of gold foil, hard to see. This one says love this, and then this one says good as gold, and then this one is hello, well hello there. And I just paint these with some just cheap 50-cent acrylic paint from Walmart. It's an apple barrel paint, and then added this. It was really quick. I did I think I did about 3 or so coats of this to get very opaque. I like it. It looks really cute. The colors are just so cute. I just picked like random colors, just kind of like bright colors to use on here. So I have those in the drawers. Move this over. Next thing I have in this one are these layered tags here. So this one, I did this in a live stream a while ago, so I haven't used them, but they're really cute. Give them away. So this one here is a little wine mason jar. I did some gold splatter. I think this is using this palette. This is a watercolor palette. I think it's like Kiritaki Gonzai watercolor palette, using the gold paint from there, or this is like my own paint, my own DIY shimmer ink. This butterfly I stamped and colored it with the watercolor, and then it's just a little phrase sticker from, I don't know which collection, but might be like some sticker sheet. And then this one here, I stamped this heart with, I think it was a Frank Garcia Prima stamp set, and I placed it on foam so it's popped up. I'm using these little stickers here, and then this is a little tag I cut out some paper, and I have a little gold enamel dot up there. And then I made some 3D embellishments. There's like several different tutorials out there. I just have show you real quick what they look like. They're very thick, so different ones. Kind of play with it. And I like these ones because they have tassels on them. Okay. The last thing I have here that will be put in this drawer, I'll be putting the next one, but I'll show you what since it's right here. And these flowers that I made, these are actually made out of crepe paper. The ones you use to make like those big paper flowers. So I got a huge roll. Hold on, let me see if I can grab it for you. So, this is the big roll. It's like, you can get different colors, but I got this off of AliExpress. I use this to make paper flowers. I just want to try it out before I bought more colors. And it takes watercolor really well. Of course, you want to be careful adding too much water because it will rip. So I have these two colors, and I have a little gem inside of them. And that gem is from AliExpress. I like AliExpress here, so let me put those back in this drawer. I think I showed you this one. There you go. So close. Cool. This one here has these, I don't know what you call these, like crepe paper embellishments. I saw someone do this on Instagram, and I wanted to make my own, so I ended up just getting the crepe paper and stapling it together after I pleated it, and then add some embellishments. So this says dreams are for chasing. You see that? I read that. A lot of coughing here. This one just says hello, and I have like this little banner. I actually cut this banner down. It's way longer than this, and a little piece. So I'll have a bunch of them here. I thought these were really cute. They turned out so cute, I think. Make sure I was in frame for that one. So I made 3 of those, and then I made some more white crepe paper flowers. So if you wanted to add color to these, you could. I wouldn't use too much wet medium since I use hot glue. So glue glues, I hate for them to fall apart. So I just want to put that warning out. Okay, so but you can put any embellishments. I just want to show the embellishments that I'm putting in here. And I put the dresser in. Oh, and while I was off camera, I had a trim to the inside of the drawers because I ended up having to cut some. I told you guys I messed up and I had to cut some things down. Well, the paperboard was showing through, it looked kind of tacky, so I ended up wanting to cover it and not have to re-wrap it with paper. That'd be so wasteful. So I ended up doing this on both of the drawers, and then off camera I add the trim to the edges too, and that's about it. Everything else I think you've seen me do, and I already told you about the hearts. Alright, that is my Happy Mail. So you can make your own little things to give, your little boxes to give to your Happy Mail partners to swap embellishments. You can make your own embellishment dresser. If you do make your own embellishment dresser, please tag me on Instagram. My link for Instagram is in the description bar below. I would love to see what you guys do and how you make it. I know some very creative girls out there that would, you know, take this and, you know, go crazy. Of course, I have all my measurements I gave at the beginning of the video. If you want to make the same size I made, just as I said before, make sure you dry fit it before you start gluing things, because I don't do a lot of measurements. I'm not the best at measurements sometimes. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you liked it. Go ahead, check out the other girls in the collaboration. I'm so excited. I can't believe it's already week 6. We only have, what, 3 more weeks to go and we're done. Gosh, I can't believe it. So maybe I make some flatter embellishments and stuff. I think it's so cute to hang this like, or put this on somewhere and just look at it. I think it's gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm done rambling, so I will talk to you guys later. I am so excited for some things that are coming up and some DIY projects I had to show you guys. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Get crafty.